What's up everyone, it's Adam from Life of Adam. Today I'm back with a brand new lifeguard tip video. And in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about common test questions during the lifeguard course that people get wrong. I guarantee if you watch this video and you keep an eye out for questions like these, you will pass 100%. You'll get that 80% mark, which is the mark that you need to pass, and you'll become a lifeguard on your first try. Now, before I dive into these questions, if you guys are new to the channel, I make a bunch of content about how to pass the course, the pre-test, tips for being a lifeguard, and also only 7% of you guys that watch my videos are subscribed. So if you would hit that subscribe button to show your support, it would mean a lot. Now I'm just gonna do rapid fire format. Question number one, the best way to check if someone is unconscious is to, and you'll have 4 options. The 2 tricky options that they're gonna give you is to, number one, it will be something along the lines of look, feel, and see if the person is breathing, which sounds right. And also they'll give you another option, which is to tap them on the shoulder and yell like, "Sir, ma'am, are you okay?" The answer is to tap them on the shoulder and ask if they're okay and ask if they're alert. And the reason this is right is because looking and feeling and seeing if the victim is breathing doesn't have anything to do with being unconscious or not. You can be unconscious and breathing, so that's kind of a little trick question. Now the next question is there's 2 lifeguards, it's you and another lifeguard. You're basically approaching a victim outside of the pool and they have no pulse and no breathing, so they need CPR. The question is gonna be, what does the second lifeguard do? So let's say you're the primary rescuer, what does your coworker do? It'll be between giving breaths and doing compressions. So if you don't know the roles of the primary and secondary lifeguard, definitely take another look at it before you have this test. The answer is the second lifeguard should begin compressions. So the primary lifeguard is at the head of the victim while the secondary lifeguard is the one giving the compressions and kneeling by the chest. Now you're gonna get a couple questions that have to do with acronyms. And if you don't know the acronyms, you're not gonna be able to answer these questions correctly. So some acronyms just off the top of my head are the Haynes technique, RICE, sample. These are in the textbook and you can just highlight them and just remember what each letter means. But you'll get a question that's like, in RICE, what does the I stand for? And the options will be like injury or like issue or like immobilized. So if you're not familiar, you won't really understand which one it is. The answer for that one would be immobilized. Just think of the RICE technique of like a muscular / bone type injury where you want to like freeze and elevate the injury. And for sample, they'll ask you like, what does the A mean? And just think of the application of sample. The answer is allergies. That might be like assistance or like assist or alert. Just know the context of these acronyms, so just in case if you forget the letter, you'll know the application of them. Now this is a classic question. I got this on at least 2 of my recertification exams. It's basically when you're using the AED pads, what do you do if the victim has jewelry? And you're gonna get an option like remove the jewelry or put it on top of the jewelry or like completely avoid it by just putting the pads on the back of the victim. The answer is gonna be along the lines of if you can put the pads on at least like 1 inch away from the jewelry where it fits, then do that. Now the last question for this video, I always use this as an example just because it's so important, is you're gonna get a question that's about which entry you should use. And they're gonna try and throw you off. They're gonna give you how deep the pool is when you're trying to entering. So if someone hits their head and the pool is 5 feet deep, what entry should you do? And you're gonna think to yourself like, okay, since the pool is this amount of depth, I can do the stride jump or I can do the compact jump. But the answer is a slide in approach for head, neck, and spinal injuries because you don't wanna disrupt the water and have like the vibration and like the waves affect their neck and like misalign their spine or something like that. So you wanna do a slide in approach, you wanna be calm so that you don't disrupt the up and down of the person's neck because they have a head, neck, and spinal injury. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Comment down below if you have a lifeguard test coming up or if you need some advice. I'm happy to help. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on the next upload. Thanks so much. Peace out.